A young native handed over to the cowboy Jeff Dreamer a formula that saved the life of his sheepdog, Jack. The formula had been learned of the feeding of the wolves and contained ingredients of earth, air and water along with some powerful medicinal herbs that the wolves found in the entrails of their prey. The earth. Bison or elk meat, ruminants of heavy meats, loaded with complex molecules with iron and other nutrients. The wolves consumed these meats first, for being the most abundant in the prairies of the western United States.
Ruminant meat tissues are very different from bird and salmon. These are heavy muscles, with ferrous molecules and other elements, that the meats of air and water would not contribute. Canids evolved for about 50 million years to digest these meats in a higher proportion than the other two, and their organs, both internal and external, it adapted throughout that time to build and regenerate from these elements. If you do not include ruminant meat in the diet of your canine pet for a long time, you will have bad consequences in the medium term.
The air. To a lesser extent, the formula included bird meat, lightweight muscles, designed to fly, unlike heavy ruminants. Meats that were quick to digest, and they provided another series of nutrients that are not in the meats of land prey.
The wolves were already consuming chicks and birds neglected since they were a cynodictis, about 50 million years ago. They evolved, therefore, to obtain from those meat tissues a series of elements of which we cannot do without. Unless we wait another 50 million years for evolution to reverse. As in all food, there are always excesses and deficiencies. For example, bird have omega-6 excess and omega-3 deficiency. Therefore, there will be tendencies to inflammatory processes, if we do not compensate for this imbalance. And here comes the third leg of the formula.
The water, meat, and salmon oil. Another type of meat tissue, which provides elements not present in either of the other two. Wolves also consume them when salmon go up rivers to spawn, also bringing with it ocean nutrients, where they came from. These meats and oils also provide omega-3, that balances omega-6 present in poultry meat.
To the formula, the native added other elements that he took from the natural world, such as dust from some rocks that he had observed the prey were looking to lick. Today we know that they are contributions minerals our dogs need. Also added vegetable fibers very crushed and conditioned. This is because he had observed that the moose and bison consumed branches and bark of certain shrubs and trees. The wolves eat them already treated from the entrails of their prey. Today we know that this insoluble fiber, not food for wolves, but for their gut microbiota. That is, what today we call it a prebiotic. The wolves are incapable of condition those fibers with their mouths, for lacking lateral movement and plateau molars. That's why they need to consume it already prepared by their prey. In the wolves' legacy formula you will find these fibers under the name lignocellulose.
To this carefully balanced mix, the young native added a medicinal herb series, that, in addition to providing other elements for the health of wolves, contributed to preserving food without being attacked by bacteria and fungi. It also included a small flower, whose properties knew all the American natives for generations.
The purple coneflower. Since the Europeans came to America, its properties are being studied. And today even the Department of Agriculture of the United States has published a treatise on it. As was the native custom, the mixture it was also preserved by drying.
This was the gold that the cowboy Jefferson Dreamer brought with him, saving the life of his faithful canine companion, and creating an industry of natural and complete canine food, which led to longevity, health, and energy to all the dogs of the region. The earth. The air. The water. This is the secret of the wolves. The formula that you have today in Wolves' legacy. Wolves' legacy. Legendary mystical essence.